a stun. Love seeing it. We got Sanking Stun, Lina, Lash, Wraith King. All can work really well versus TB pre-BKBs. I think that's going to be a big timing for level up, especially for RDO. I think Viper's a hero that can soak pressure. I think that's why they went for this. It's a decent lane versus the Lash, and then you, of course, just have your corrosive skin versus all this heavy magic damage. So he's going to be looking to just eat the brunt of the force of all the spells to give that space for RDO. But it looks pretty fun, and it does look like a really dream Rubik game for DNZ. If he's in good positioning, I mean, there's just a plethora of spells. He can get, like, steal from literal anybody. He's gonna get something good. So eyes on him for sure. But yeah, this looks like it could be a very fast-paced game from Chicken Fighters, kind of setting the tempo.
Okay.
And if they don't set that tempo, definitely could see RDO becoming that absolute beast as he tends to do on the
Sure, like, you just feel that there's never really going to be a timing in an even-footed game where the Wraith King is going to be happy standing toe-to-toe with the Terrorblade.
No. Unless they get like these big advantage early, with big advantage plays early with like early Sand King, Blink Dagger, Leshrac taking towers, which could happen. Chicken Fighters definitely can set that tempo with their heroes, especially because they did put themselves in some quite strong lanes. Well, I think a little bit weaker ones coming out for level ups, at least at the start here. Mars plus Rubik. Mars is super strong, but Rubik behind is a little bit weaker. They're also versus Wyvern, so I mean maybe that kind of evens out that lane. But yeah, Sand King Lina could be quite threatening versus the Terrorblade if he makes a couple missteps. Just getting chain stunned up. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what LeBron's able to do to dissuade that pressure as well as Jakiro, one of the better 5 positions to secure a lane.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, RDO, he's probably laned against it all here. Level 25 Terrorblade. He's probably played against this exact duo before. Definitely something that's likely to be picked up against the Terrorblade. So we'll see how well he deals with it and how safe he is able to play against this pressure of Amar and Era.
Yeah. Immediate stuns right off the bat. Creep Wave is actually under the tower here. It's going to push out pretty nicely, but that's going to hurt RDO's positioning a little bit here with it pushing out so much. And he actually misses a bunch of last hits under the tower.
He got the one.
Wow, he literally just missed too, just canceled his animation. Bit of a slip up there from RDO. And now with that lane pushing out, it's going to be a bit tough. Era's just going to be able to poke him from the side. ATF, he hasn't skilled yet. So he's waiting to see an opportunity if he does want to go for a stun, or if he just goes for that caustic in lane. And the pull is blocked, as we see the sentry wards down from both sides. Level up and Chicken Fighters making sure. So he does skill the stun level 1, just to be able to kill off the illusion. RDO runs for range creep, but he can't. So yeah, Chicken Fighters doing a great job down here at the start.
I see level 2. We're going to make the move on to Era. Quite a bit of damage here with the Metamorphosis. He's going to have to run right away. There's another dual breath up in a second here, LeBron.
He's got a lot of stick charges, though. Already has the 5 built up. So should be okay with the Fairy Fire, too. He's even going to throw a stun, give him a hit back. But is there salve down here? They do have one on the Sand King, but you don't want to use it onto your Lina.
Jakiro, he's got Mango and another dual breath.
Still got the Fairy Fire. Dara's trying to play on him with it.
What? Who's going to win this one out?
Oh my god! So close, the salve. He's going to drag the wave.
All right, and he's just out of range, so Era won't be able to cancel the salve. So at the end of the day, nobody dies, but definitely out of the two of them, Era left in the worst position.
Absolutely. Great plays from LeBron. That's like the dream scenario when you're playing these super hard carries. Look at the last hits. RD is laning in a 1v1 versus the Sand King there when he has Metamorphosis, and he's not getting harassed by
And this is nice with the creep wave meeting here.
Yep, he's going to be able to deny most of that wave. Era's going to go over and contest. They did bring down some extra regen. He does have use a salve on himself. But look at mid right now, Noob. He's owning the matchup. Just hitting Supreme. Just these constant pokes from that poison attack at level 3 is quite obnoxious. Top also, Wyvern does not, we heard it even in like the Poppy interview. Wyvern, just not a strong 5 position in the lane. Gets to progress later on, but versus Mars, it's like the strongest lane and offlaner at the moment, especially versus something like Wraith King with low armor. Funnick. Almost having every single last hit in the lane right now. I think he's only missed like 2 or 3.
I've seen Funnick have some good games, and this is definitely looking like the opening of another.
Yep.
With a laning stage like this.
Jibe. This Arctic Burn will end, but don't think they can chase. They've got creep aggro, and mid is just a disaster. Supreme, what's going on over here? He's getting crushed. Noob's even farming the small camp with Nether Toxin while also farming the whole lane. He actually got a stack off on the small camp too. So 8 of those creeps or so are that. But he's crushing this matchup.
You feel that, sure, the Viper will have an edge, but you would imagine the Lesh would be able to maybe even keep up in some instances when you see this matchup?
Not fully keep up, but it should not be this one-sided. 12 to 28, or 12 to 20, let's say, because 8 of those, as we said, are probably just the small camp. But either way, like, it should not be that one-sided. It's not an easy matchup for the Lesh, but no, man, Noob is just dominating him.
And it's definitely one of those matchups that, if you're not doing great in the first minute of the lane, it's going to really build up, right, the power of the Viper against you.
Yeah,
if you start falling behind early, the lane's kind of over from that.
And it's actually really important to point out, they did not ward the mid lane for the Lesh. So that actually makes it a lot harder for you to secure these range creep. While Noob, he has a ward on high ground. So he's able to just get these natural pokes onto the Lesh every single time he steps up. Charlie, under some pressure here. But yeah, Level Up has put themselves in a position to, it looks like, almost crush 2 lanes right now. And bottom, they're doing just fine on RDO. He's actually got the raindrop already picked up. Charlie will get the kill. Much needed.
Able to get that first blood there with the skeletons.
Noob is going to be 6 really soon in mid. Supreme might just get pushed out of lane and have to jungle.
I mean, yeah, but once the 6 is online, if he's ever in range of the Viper Strike, he's got to be ready with the TP out. Otherwise, he'll die.
Yeah, there's boots already. Noob just rushed the boots out. Lesh does not have boots just yet for the, like, 150 gold or so. So, yeah, this is a absolute stomping by Noob, as we've seen a lot of times. I mean, sometimes he just really outplays those opposing mid laners. As, yeah, Lesh has to now work on a stat, but this feels real bad. Look how slow he farms it, too, in comparison. Another Toxin cleans that in, like, 2 seconds. Yeah. So you use so many different, like, what, 4 lightning storms to clear off of a small camp? Yeah, this Viper might just take over pretty hard.
I mean, what are we going to see the build be, do you think? Like, what are you rushing? You know, when you're playing the Viper mid, you're getting this much of a free farm start. Is there any sort of item you're tempted towards? Are you tempted, like, pick up a bot or, you know, rush for the ASOS? Or, like, what's on your mind?
I'm okay if he does go for bots. Yeah. However, I think he can just do, like, Tread's Dragonlance, and then you're just this super tanky front line. You make all the space in the world for RDO to just jungle.
I mean, they might get the kill, but this is quite a bit of time, right, where Supreme's running around the map.
They have to get this kill. DNC trying to juke it out as much as possible. He's actually going to pop a salve even, but
they get him. Supreme gets the kill. I mean, something for the hard effort of chasing him around.
Look at the tower. It's getting beat on by a catapult. Noob forces it in. He's got a haste rune level 7. He's going to keep this Lesh out of lane. He might even drag the mid wave too. That's going to be pretty much the whole tower mid if he gets the other melee creep.
Well, look at that as well. The highest amount of last hits at 5 minutes on any hero. 47 CS at the 5-minute mark this game, Noob.
He's taking, I mean, he's actually just going to get this tower. They have to pull creep aggro, but then Supreme might just die.
Oh, the haste is about to end.
Okay. Shippe.
Well, they might take him instead.
Couple hits. Yeah, he's dead. Even putting the ward on the high ground, so they're going to get the
D ward. They're bringing a lot over.
They bring almost everybody.
They want to kill Noob.
But he might even kill Supreme.
Supreme's got to run.
Oh.
They'll get the kill. Takes a lot of effort, but at this stage, definitely necessary. They've got to shut Noob down after having such a free time in the mid, and the TP's coming in. They are able to do so. Supreme will live and Noob will fall.
It's still pretty brutal. RDO not getting pressured then. Sure, his net worth is a little bit lower than that of Charlie at the moment, but that's fine as a Terrorblade. He's already got triple Wraith Band. He's ready to go to jungle and just speed up that farm a bit faster than that Wraith King's going to be able to. This is really good stuff. Let's see what they end up doing with Chicken Fighter. Since the lanes are now just kind of broken, I think we're going to see Supreme maybe make some moves around to secure Charlie's farm. As ATF, he's very dead. And it looks like it might just be the bots. Noob has not queued up an item just yet, so I think maybe he is going to look to just be very mobile around the map, which is fine. We've seen that a couple times from the Vipers.
No, for sure. I'm a fan of the Vipers when they're having this sort of level advantage as well. Like the abilities alone, you're already a hard hero to go on because chances are you're just going to get out so much damage in return. So with the bots keeping them out of the map, keeping them active means that he can constantly be playing in ways that it's really going to open up areas for RDO to have so much space.
Yeah, I'm surprised he does take the 2 points in Nether Toxin instead of just going Corrosive with this build, because if you, as you said, Chicken Fighters, it's like so much magic damage.
But when you're having a good game, you want the damage, you want the farming. So the temptation is always there to put more into the Nether Toxin.
Era, big damage, that's a DD. See you later.
That's bottom lane.
Oh, he's just dead again?
He just came back into this.
Goodbye. Noob is just crushing this game, my god.
Nice last pick, Viper looking very good.
Top tier.
And there we have it. Is that indeed what the bots, is that the way it went? It is, yeah. Bots coming out here, 8 minutes and a half.
Holy.
On the Viper.
He is having quite a performance. Charlie, on the other hand, though, after a kind of a weird start, especially versus that Mars at first, does get himself 2 kills, and his farm is looking great, too. Going to be rushing out that Radiance. That's going to be nice. But at the same time, too, you are playing versus Terrorblade, so that Radiance will be turned against you in some situations with Reflection. So he's going to have to play around some toggles. We've seen some players be really good about toggling versus Reflection animation, but it is kind of tough to do at times in the midst of everything. As RDO, the Dream, he's got the Possessed Mask on the Terrorblade, the best possible item for these TBs and Morphlings.
Oh, Fairy's Trinket as well to pass over to Noob.
Oh, that's real nice. As LeBron, looks like he's probably going to get found out here, stun, off the mark. But they'll be able to finish him off shortly, just buying time. Mid tower, though.
Top lane.
And top.
Charlie, he has got the Reincarnate ready to go.
Oh, Supreme shows up. Funnick. Very likely to go down here.
He's going to try and do his best to juke in the trees here. And nice dodge of the stun. It's going to buy him a little more time. They'll still get him. Chicken fights, they are getting the kills here. Some good moves here. Yeah, bringing in 2-3 members to get the jobs done, and it's working. They're taking kills. They are losing objectives, though. 10 minutes in, tier 1 to fall.
That's with the Wyvern, one of the better D pushers in the game, but they knew it was coming. The ward was already actually placed down on the tower before it even does die, because they know they're going to need some information around that mid lane with how Noob is playing. As Noob is just running in.
With the bots he can.
Look at this damage. Goodbye.
Anyone who sort of finds the Viper strike on is just going to die at this stage. There's not a whole lot they can do about this Viper running at them, apart from when they do, respond with 3-4 heroes. Each and every other time, though, 1 hero, 2 hero, doesn't matter. Noob, with the levels and farm that he's got, he's going to be running anybody down.
Yeah. ATF, though, has been slowed down a lot. A lot of times when I do see these Sankings, he's also gone for Arcane Boots. I'm not the biggest fan a lot of times. Sure, he's got a Lina behind him, but it does delay your blink quite a lot. But he doesn't have stacks really to work with because of how weird the lanes have gone. They've had to TP so many times. The Lina's been moving so much. The Sanking's blink is very delayed. I've seen so many times now. It's like a 10-minute blink dagger comes out. Another stack. Jibbe doesn't even go for it. That was a bit weird. Just wants to make the rotation, probably to sit behind Charlie since he's down bottom, but yeah, not going to enable that Sanking to have a good start. And Level Up's draft, like having a good start like that, we've already said their late game looks very potent. So this is excellent for them. Funnick is set up. And always eyes on DNZ to see what he can steal.
There we go. Spear for the setup. They're straight in. Jibbe. Another victim here to Noob on the Viper.
Supreme trying to take the tower. They know he's there, though. They're swinging over. He's doing the little tree spot there to push the wave. Noob, he's speedy. Can't quite get on top of him, though. And they're smoking. That actually is not spotted either by the ward. This could catch Supreme here. Might just be able to slow.
They got the arena.
Oh my god, the ghost slow.
Oh no.
The ghost.
Poor Supreme. Even the neutrals have got it out for him today. He's had enough of the slows laning against the Viper, but even the neutrals slowing him down. Eric will be able to get something in return.
Nice solo kill.
Caught by the combo.
And now we see DNZ getting his best possible steal that he can get. I was a little confused why they did go for that Sanking into Rubik, because that used to just be the traditional counter pick versus these Sanking. He's got Burrow Strike. It's unbelievably powerful. Like you said, he has so many spells he can steal this game. And I'm still looking at this Leshrax net worth time and time again. Supreme under the gun. There's the Burrow. He is so far up. He is definitely dead twice.
I don't think there's anything they can do about this.
Saving the
nobody's even bothering to come over. They know that there's no saving him. 2 times in a row. No struggle for Level Up. More glory for Noob.
Oh my, this game is getting out of hand. This is just easy plays for Level Up. Chicken Fighter's totally split up there, and having no Blink Dagger still on Sanking. Okay, he's got it coming out now, but they better start making some fast moves, looking for this Terrorblade hunting, because it's just all Level Up right now making the moves.
I mean, and is this still the way to go here from Supreme? He's having a tough early game, still goes for the bots first rather than building anything else. Is that just, even if the game's rough, you still just need to have this item first as Lesh?
Man. I guess he wants to be speedy because of how fast the Viper is to catch up to him and stuff like that, but
Because of course it's a great aim, it's just I feel like sometimes in the games where the Lesh are struggling, you'll see them skip it for something that's maybe going to do something more active in the fights that are being brought to them.
I think this might hurt them a lot, yeah. I guess he wants to try to be more active now that they have Blink on Sanking so he can match all the movements to make space, but might turn against him very quickly. This game's already getting quite out of hand. Noob just absolutely taking over the game, and RDO, when are they ever gonna get to him now at this point? It's gonna be a free farm Terrorblade for the next.
Yeah, we've seen this many times before on many different rosters with RDO. Yep. He's on his TB, quietly farming away. Things probably not gonna go too great for the enemy team.
No. Especially not when they have such a good fighting lineup around him. And DNZ holding on to the Burrow Strike. He's got Aether Lens. They've got Mars with the Hood. And look at this Viper. Level 12, 3 points in the Corrosive. Goes for the Lance too. And Supreme, they're all split up again. That is just a free kill.
Yeah, no escape for Supreme here.
And ooh, the Burrow just to get up to him. Nice.
They're able to close the gap on Terra. And with the damage from Noob, it'll be another.
8.
How many kills? 8, 1-on-1, yeah.
9 of the 10 kills, 124 last hits. He's kind of just doing it by himself quite a lot here. It's beautiful stuff from Level Up. This last pick, it's dominating.
And they're doing it with the 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it with the 4 of them. And of course, Charlie, he's got his Relic, so as much as RDO is sort of getting away with the AFK farm, Charlie is right behind him.
They don't even have, they don't have a mid laner at this point. He is below both off laners. He's gone for the bots, as you mentioned, too, so he's very fragile if he does look to play in frontline. And Charlie doesn't want to be frontline just yet as Wraith King. Sanking doesn't want to be frontline either, so they don't really have a frontliner on the side of Chicken Fighters at all. While on the side of Level Up, they have 2 of them. This massive Viper, this huge Mars. Team fights are going to be very difficult. They're going to need some type of beautiful curse into Epi plus all the stun combinations to come out now at this point, because yeah, it's getting out of hand. And they can't get the triangle. They cannot invade to look for RDO.
Radiant structures are fortified.
No, just perfect positioning from Level Up.
Yeah.
It's constantly between RDO and the area they know that Chicken Fighters are trying to play in.
And they force the waves in so well, too. The thing about this Rubik, when you get these type of spells, too, sure, like we said, he has so many stuns he can get, but even with just Dragon Slave, Fade Bolt, Dragon Slave, Elaine is instantly pushed in, they send illusions to another one, and then Chicken Fighters has to be like, oh god, if we make any smoke movement, it's very obvious, because our lanes are all just forced in so hard early on here. And yeah, look at this. Noob. Single-handedly kind of just
so
dominating.
Much money as well. I mean, he's probably just wondering what he needs. I mean, it's
BKB for sure.
You think you just buy the straight BKB and you end the game.
Yep,
that's going to be the best thing here.
It's all magic damage. They've got the Radiance online.
Yep.
See if they can do anything with it. As we said, you got to watch out for the Radiance toggles and stuff like that versus this Terrorblade if he is in the fight. And he is still a bit fragile on Charlie.
True. Lost on the side of Level Up. RDO's got the S and Y. Get the job. We'll take Funnick out. Your Funnick not able to do anything about this, as the rest of Level Up, they'll opt to get out of there.
Mm-hmm. They should know that there's a ward now on that high ground almost instantly. Chicken Fighters, they'll get the D ward themselves too, and now Level Up will know that that ward is also up there since the way that they see Funnick in the tree line. Nice play for Chicken Fighters to catch back up. Give some space for Charlie. And they're setting up the gank bottom onto Noob.
Yeah, Noob is going to clear the wave and then proceed to hide in the trees.
Did he see them with that sword? I think it maybe caught just a glimpse of vision of the Lina making the way down from the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it did catch him just a bit as he's out. And now they're top. They're on Charlie, and he's so isolated because now the Sand King and Lina can't get up there.
They were looking for plays down bottom, and that leaves Charlie all alone.
Such heads-up plays. Monster kill. Fade Bolt tried to secure the last hit. Nice try, DNZ.
And Noob, ended up being the one to get the kill again. The hero that they were hunting down on the bottom half.
And now he's got BKB. So unless they 100-0 him, he's going to turn and just be just fine versus this lineup of Chicken Fighters. This has to be the earliest item timings on any Viper. Level 14 BKB lands bots,
having the 3 of them for sure. Yeah, I don't think we've seen quicker than this on a Viper.
No, phenomenal stuff from Noob. Yeah, he does this sometimes, man. Like his Snapfire the other day, he literally 1v5'd the game. He's very impressive when he's on some of these comfort heroes.
Yeah, I think sort of his Lina comes to mind as well as another one that who just sort of smashed the mid match up with.
And Now he's got a Essence Ring on top. He's going to get rid of that Fairy's Trinket, so even harder for them to burst him down. He's got such high effective HP.
Oh, he's got Grove Bow.
Did he actually get the Grove? Well, they give it to him, though. I think he keeps Essence Ring, honestly.
Over Grove Bow? No way. Grove Bow is king, surely.
I think maybe he keeps both, because the thing is about the Essence Ring...
he's sending it back, dude.
I was going to say, though...
Grove is too good.
The Essence Ring is so valuable this game just because like they can't...
Yeah, but he's got a BKB.
Yeah, I guess they can't.
You know what I mean? If he didn't have the BKB... I think if he didn't have the BKB, he would have... I agree with you taking the Essence Ring. But with the BKB, he ain't dying. Grove Bow's just going to allow him to go wild in the team fights with the damage and range.
Even when you're watching on, you know, when you're playing, you always get the Grove Bow and the Viper. You're watching, they get Grove Bow and the Viper too. They've got great timings here. 2k gold advantage, this Terrorblade, 2000 HP. Everyone's got such high effective HP. Imp Claw on RDO. And we see the wards from Chicken Fighters. They're in a nice aggressive position, but Level Up's not playing on that side. They're playing aggressive. Oh, and look at that. I mean, now they get a Nether Shawl too. I mean, that's going to be for RDO versus all this magic damage. A Terrorblade with that. Beautiful.
Oh,
the jump.
And then we go, Amar.
They got 100 to 0 him, though.
But they can't. BKB's off. He just turns. Supreme dies in a matter of seconds on the front line. So does Amar. As they didn't get anywhere near 200 to 0 in him.
Nope. Now, though, he steps up a bit far.
Now they will. All right. They didn't do... Oh, Spear off the mark. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Bit of a punch back there.
Oh, but Charlie... he's able to get away. Okay.
All right, Noob goes down. There's something pretty nice there for Chicken Fighters. Of course, still losing their own mid and the off lane before it happens. But it goes to show when the BKB's gone, he will die.
And that's what he gets for getting Grove Bow. He gets so anxious to go for the kills.
If he had the Essence Ring, he might have actually been able to live a little longer there and at least get the Viper Strike off on the way down. That is true.
Yeah, sometimes when you're very tanky, just that little bit of extra elevation of tankiness can just be all the difference. But a nice jump. Chicken Fighters capitalize on a bit of a mistake, and Era might find another one here too.
Be another kill here. They'll let Charlie claim it.
Era's being very clutch for the team right now. He's having the best performance on the team for sure as is Lina.
Oh, they got to keep it up because it's not getting any easier against RDO's Terrorblade.
No.
He's now 1,000 ahead of Charlie. So we'll see here once again the start of the engagement as Supreme just dies so quickly.
He's right into an ice path.
And look, he's dead.
I mean, that was a very bold TP. And they have to do, like we were mentioning, they have to chain stun Noob. If they want to get him on the initial, they have to throw absolutely everything before he gets BKB off.
Yeah, good call for them to turn and take the fight straight to the face of Noob there as he tries to push on for more.
Charlie's still doing pretty decent. Should have a pretty good timing on that BKB, but as we said, he's still versus Viper, so that Viper Strike is going to be quite terrifying. Still a lot of physical damage that is on the side of Level Up, and with this advantage, they're going to go into that Roche Pit. Nice trade, though. Chicken Fighters, they will be able to get the tier 2 and take back an outpost for themselves at the least.
That's true. I mean, well, you feel that they couldn't take a fight around Roche, so there's no point in trying that.
No, it's just too hard to approach. I mean, they do have like the ultis to be able to do so, but you'd have to imagine that Level Up has the area kind of secured with wards and all that, so they don't take the risk. And they are close to some big items that they do need, at least, especially on Charlie.
Oh, Era.
BKB, Era.
They'll find him on the way back from bottom lane.
Oh, and he gives up the stun. Uh-oh. As we said, DNZ always going to be able to get something good, but this is one of the better ones. Especially with Keen Optic and Aether Lens, that cast range is pretty ridiculous.
And just about 100 gold away from Blink, so he's going to have all the catch, all the setup, the counter plays as well. It's no longer going to be easy for Supreme. And Supreme, he has the heals, but the BKB, that's what's going to be the most important here.
Still fragile, though. 1,400 HP. And they're collapsing onto him.
They are, Supreme.
Here comes the Rubik with the Lina stun. Look at that range.
I mean, and look at that duration.
It's just, it's an eternity. Essence Ring, but there's the lift.
I won't save him.
Nice stuff from DNZ. And there's the Blink. So even further range of catch versus all these squishy heroes on the side of Chicken Fighters. And that was a blink on Funnick, so 2 different forms of catching into backlines for the side of level up. So it's already been pretty easy for them to get on top of this Lina and Wyvern feels. Now it's going to be even easier for them to disrupt any type of combos that do come out. Because there is still the potential for Chicken Fighters. A nice curse into all these different ultimates being thrown on top. But Jibe, he hasn't been able to even cast the curse this game.
No, he hasn't.
They see him.
And he might not get to again this time.
Stunned up. Another stun. Easy. Yeah, DNZ on fire. 0, 2, and 10.
Well, there it is, BKB on RDO. 4-star on Noob. The items keep coming in for level up.
It's clean. 16 to 10. Enabling this Terrorblade beautifully. When you see these type of games, it's like he's versus a Sand King Lina lane, and he's 1-0 and 2. It's like they needed to kill him early on for them to have a good start into this one, but unable to find anything.
I think a lot of that down to, as we saw in the lane, just nice play from Jakiro, really alleviating a lot of the pressure that Chicken Fighters wanted to put onto RDO.
Look at LeBron, attack range talent. He's just like, okay, I'll just take bottom tower by myself. Hoya. Love it.
He's got a fair bit of money too. It's past 20 minutes. How'd you rate sort of the shard on Jakiro? I think it's quite nice, isn't it? Is there just other items that he's going to want to get?
There's just better items, but I like it. I think it's actually quite good.
It's pretty nice. Yeah, taking away what I think adds up to just about 10% of their max HP. That's a lot of damage against the beefier heroes. I guess at the moment though, damage is not really the issue for their team.
They just need like your Glimmers, your Lotus. He could even go for Solar, etc. He has tons of different options that he can go for on the Jakiro this time to buff up RDO. He's just gonna get Glimmer versus all this magic damage, probably the best one. They've already got a pipe as well too on top, so stacking this damage mitigation for the RDO Terrorblade, who has a Nether Shawl on top too. So I mean, the magic damage just won't be there to take out RDO.
He's not dying.
No.
He's very unlikely to die this game.
Yeah, feels like it. And he's got a DD to boot now too with this Aegis. Time to threaten high ground. Jibe, let's see if we can get a nice curse next to one of these squishy supports, but I don't think Level Up's going to give him an opportunity.
DNZ!
Jump.
Again, they're getting the jump on him.
He showed, and they tip him immediately.
They are just so quick there with the jump to the high ground. They're going to buy back, but Error indeed, he's getting run down by Noob. Error will fall.
Noob's pretty far in, but he's got
BKB. He's just going to go for the TP out with the rest of BKB. He's away.
And they just ditch so quickly there.
They only end up losing DNZ, but they're getting 2 kills, forcing out 2 buybacks. Funnick, he's still ready to fight, of course, because Ardia and LeBron, they're ready to turn.
Cold Embrace.
It's a curse, but it's going to waste a bit of the BKB timing, but it's not going to pose any threat to RDO, at least not immediately.
Double buybacks, level up, very disciplined.
Yeah, immediately out.
Yeah, they were very, I mean, Noob was just instant with the way he got out.
He was ready for that. He was planning for those buybacks. Absolutely.
But such quick hits. Like the moment Jibe, he's just like, okay, I'm going to Splinter Blast with DNZ. He's like, nope, gotcha. Jumps in, gets the stun. Excellent stuff from level up. And I love when I see teams do that, when it's like no hesitation plays. You're like, you know the way that they're going to approach the way they defend high ground, so DNZ more than ready for that.
Instant, yeah. Jibe's got to be much more careful about how he pokes from the high ground. They're not afraid to jump up and kill him.
Yeah. And DNZ, continues to just be on fire with his steals too. Just instantly gets that light strike array and throws it onto Era too. Forces those double buybacks.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This is really nice stuff from level up today. As we've come to expect, really. They've been looking really hot. Every game they play, it looks like they just do play a little bit cleaner each time.
No, absolutely. Yeah, this one, a perfect example of that so far.
Yeah. And as we said, Charlie, he's still doing just fine, but he's the only one who's really doing just fine on his team. The cores are struggling. Ceremonial Rope, nice pickup. Really good to work well with their lineup.
Or Supreme.
Oh. He's got backup, though. Yeah, Funnick knows. He's getting out of here. LeBron might not be so lucky. Free kill for Charlie. Or Supreme.
They'll wait for the full 5-man to get back up, almost certainly. They're running out of time, I imagine, on the Aegis.
Interesting.
What are we seeing?
I'm just checking out some talents. You know, we had some little bit of downtime. So Jibe actually took the damage talent on Wyvern. I don't like that at all.
What's the other option?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Just no purpose in getting in this game. Right? Like, I mean if he was getting more scaling,
come on,
but
50, that's not that bad to take, right? I mean, who cares about the heal? The heal's never going to save anyone this game.
Yeah, I mean, what's the purpose, right? Like, is he really hitting people that much?
For pushing back, you're having to defend the base.
I mean,
damage helps you get those creeps out your face a little quicker.
I'd rather just see him like get like an extra point in cold embrace or something like that. Like,
oh, that's okay. I can buy that going with an ability over the talent. Sure. Yeah.
It just doesn't do. I don't feel like the damage really does anything for him this game. It's small. I'm small nitpicking, but I was just checking out talents.
Interesting there from RDO, for sure. You see the level 15. The talent that he likes to take isn't actually the favoured one by the Masters here. 18% only going with the attack speed.
I think because of how ahead he is. Look at these items. Like, he's got all HP items. S&Y, Scotty, Dragonlance, BKB. Every single item gives him effective HP, and he has another shawl on top.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So I mean, why not?
I'm seeing that. I'm like, wait, only 18% of people take it? I was like, dude, I take the attack speed every time. Attack speed is going to help me farm faster. Health, what's that going to do? I don't care about health.
That's true. It is quite a lot of attack speed.
Yeah. 25, yeah.
30, actually. Yeah.
30? What do you
it's 30 attack speed.
Oh, maybe the thing was right. I said 20.
Did you say 25? Oh.
You saw nothing, viewers. It's 30. 30.
They get the jump, LeBron, but Funnick's there to cover.
Amar's looking pretty dead. He's got the Yules.
RDO's running in.
They got the Macropod coming down onto him. Amar actually still alive, but there with the stolen Burrow Strike. Everybody get in, take him out. Supreme, he's got to go for the TP out, and with the BKB, he'll make it away. He's used the curse to hold back the rest of them, but Noob's still able to make his way around. Era drive for the TP out. They've got the damage. Era's not getting home.
They can't win fights. They just have no. They can't even kill LeBron. They get the jump on him with Amar, but yeah, can't even go for that. And we see the Radiance. You know, it's an item you have to kind of go for in this game versus Terrorblade, but I see he's queuing up AC too. It's like, okay, thank you for the Radiance, thank you for the AC. I'm a Terrorblade who clicked Reflection on you. And he did not get the toggle off, and a quick jump again, DNZ, as RDO's is cleaning up.
Yeah, I mean, it's at the point now where this TB can just sort of A-click down the lane with the farm that RDO has, and he's just going to end up cleaning up heroes.
And yep, beautiful itemization. As we pointed out, you know, Funnick going for this pipe versus all magic damage. RDO having Nether Shawl, he's taking 0 damage inside of these fights.
Oh, Charlie!
Spear!
They caught him!
Alone!
He's down once, with 3 teammates dead. Not a whole lot that can be done about this. Amar.
They see Amar.
He's going to look for the jump in, but he can't save Charlie. Charlie dead, out of the game. Amar, he's going to be in trouble as well. The arena's back up. They've caught him. It's a team wipe. It's level up. They'll get the win here. GG is called. Level up. Woo, with a very nice and clean game 1 here. Another one of these beautiful drafts around the RDO Terrorblade.